Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel where we focus on using ordinary materials to make beautiful things. It's a Motivational Monday. Yay! I want to apologize in advance that I sound fairly rough. I have been struggling with walking pneumonia. So I've been ill for the last probably good 10 days. But finally today I am feeling better. I don't sound a lot better, but I am feeling better. So I'm gonna hopefully get through this video without having a terrible coughing fit. If I do, I will probably cut it. But I want to, actually I started shooting a couple of videos yesterday, and 5 minutes in my voice gave out and I just couldn't get through it. So I'm trying again today. So I hope you guys are having a good Monday, and I hope you'll stay with me. Even though I sound a little rough, I do apologize in advance. So today's quote is, "Flowers grow back even after they are stepped on." I like that one because I feel like a lot of us feel like the world steps on us a good bit these days, it seems like. But we can bounce back. We can keep blooming. We can keep making our corner of the world colorful and beautiful, even if the world steps on us. So I want to use, in an effort to honestly not shoot a real long video, so that my voice holds out, I want to use something that I made previously. So I will link the video for this below, but I made this by using a coloring book image, and I kind of copied how the image was put together. It had flowers, and so I cut some things out of magazines and collaged onto this piece of paper that was an ad. You can see I just upcycled an ad, one of those home things that they send you in the mail. So I just used junk mail and catalog bits and things to make this. So I will link the video below where I made this. So I'm thinking what I'd like to do is, because the flower quote goes with this, I thought I would tape this into the book, and then we're going to make a shaker card for the quote. And I have never made a shaker card before, and I've watched, as I have been sitting on the couch trying to recover, I have watched a lot of videos. I can tell you, a lot of videos. And so I kind of went down a rabbit hole and watched several people making shaker cards. So now I want to try one. I've never made one. So we're going to use the shaker cards I saw. They all used acetate and things. But I want to upcycle something. So this is kind of my take on what I might do with it. And I have this ratty envelope, and I found a piece of book page. So it's got printing on one side, but it's got this pretty color on the other. And I thought we'd write the quote and put it in. And so my plan is to put it in and then sew around 3 sides of it, cut the top open, put the stuff in, and then sew it shut, and then clip it onto the page. So we'll spend the bulk of our time working on this, but I do want to go ahead and put this in the book. Again, our book is getting pretty fat, so it's hard to work on the book anyway. And I thought it would be good because I could use this. I was going through some papers. I've been in my studio off and on for the last 10 days or so. I walk in and spend like 30 minutes in here, and then I'm just too tired and devolves into coughing and I can't stay. So I have found some things, though. I was like, what could I do something with that I already have, that I want to use up. So this is one of those things that I have made. So my thought is I would just use some washi tape and put it into the book, and this will be our background for our lovely quote. And so that seemed to me a good use of something I had already made. Do you guys do that? Do you make things and then you throw it in your stash and then you forget you have it and you don't ever use it anywhere? So that seems to happen to me. I seem to have a problem with making stuff, and then it's like, oh, that was fun to make, so I made it, and then I just put it in a drawer in my stash. and then it just sits there, and eventually I might find it again, which is what happened with this, is I found it again and thought, oh, I should put that in one of my journals. So I watched a really great video where somebody who I had not seen before, and I can't remember her name now. I watched a lot of people I haven't seen before. I was trying to find new things to watch, you know. After a while, when you're watching YouTube, you're kind of like, you go down a rabbit hole and you find other people and you do, you know, weird searches and stuff. So I had all kinds of junk journal keywords going on, searching for stuff. So anyway, I found this lady who this video was not super recent, I don't think. I'll try to find it again. If I can find it, I will link it. But she made this great journal when she first started junk journaling. Year ago, 2 years ago, I'm not sure. When she first started, she made a journal where she could test out like all the stuff she saw. So when she watched somebody do something, she would do it and put it, like, do a page in her journal, put it in her journal, and then label who did it and what it was called and stuff, so she could go back and find it again. I wish I were that organized and had the forethought to do that, because I would really love to be able to go back and find things from previously that I watched. So that is not happening for me, but I really love the idea. So now, as a jumping off point, I'm thinking I have a list of all these different techniques that you can use in a journal, and I was wondering about making one journal and using each technique like in order on the list, like just going down my list. So I might do that. That might be a really fun series for 2023. You know, I'll just add it to like the innumerable list of things I want to make. Well, that looks pretty good. I actually like that. This has been sitting in drawer for a while, so might need a little repair. Let's see, just a little glue there, I think. But the edges seem like they're doing okay with this. So yeah, so I'm liking that. That's a good use of this because I made it before, and I'm happy to have it in there. So let's set that aside, because now we're going to work on creating this card, this shaker card. So like I said, I've never done this before. I'm a little nervous to do it. And I have this really tatty envelope, so you can see I am not careful when I open my envelopes. This is kind of a mess. But I'm thinking, since it's got printing in white and it's kind of, you know, ugly, that once we write and put it in, that maybe I'll put some washi tape around it to kind of decorate the edge. And so then I can sew over the edges of the washi tape. And then I'll just cut open the top to put the shaker stuff in, and that'll get rid of all this other stuff. So that seems like a good idea. And of course I didn't get a marker, so let me get a marker. Okay, I am back with a marker. Let's see. I kind of just chopped this piece off thinking it would fit pretty well. Let's see. I wonder if we can see. I'm going to want that over a little bit. Trying to figure out how to figure out where that is. I wonder if I'm just going to press my nail in the edges here and see if I can leave a little indentation on the paper underneath so I know where to write. Did that work? Oh, it did. You guys may not be able to see it, but there's a really faint little line. Oh, hey, that worked. Thank heavens for small favors, right? All right, let's just do some writing. Although I didn't see the top as well. I see the bottom. Okay, there's my phone. So I'm going to hit pause. I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So sorry for that disruption. The phone. You know, it's funny, you're sick and people want to call and check on you, which is nice, but then they're like, people kept calling me when I was sick, and I was like, I can't talk to you. And now I've lost my little ring here. So I guess we'll just kind of stick to the center. Flowers grow back even after they are stepped on. That's probably too big. We'll put flowers. Maybe smaller letters here. I probably won't even get this to fit in the window. I don't know. I'm going to try. Flowers grow back. Even after they are sticked up. Let's see, how's that? Let's see how that's going to fit here. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad. If I want to put a little, I can do a little doohickey here and put some little dots. We can happy name it. Do you guys remember that store from the 80s? Happy Name, where they just put little dots on like all of the letters. Do you remember that? It used to be one at our mall. There we go. Just give it a little, just a little something. Okay. So here's my thought. I think I'm just gonna stick a little bit of glue like right on the back just to hold it in the middle. Let me get that up out of the way while we figure out where it goes. And then when I stitch, I'm gonna stitch pretty close so that be sure to catch it all there. Yep, okay. So I'm thinking just a little bit of glue. I don't want a lot because I really don't want to sew over the glue. I just want to hold it down while I repair this envelope. I'm hoping to. Nope, there's one of my kitty cats calling somebody to come play with her. Come play with me. All right. And like I said, I don't want too much glue, just a little. I just want to. I'm gonna shut this down a little bit here. Try to repair my envelope just a little. I'm gonna sew pretty close to the edge, so. And I'm thinking, you know, even if I leave more of the edge out around, as long as I sew really close to the edge, there can be a little bit of a border. So I have some washi tape. This is the tape that I used to put the picture in, but I have these. Maybe the white one here. So this is my thought. To try to just cover up some of those problem areas where I have torn that envelope. Because I am just not gentle when I open envelopes, and you know, and I watch people open them from the end. I don't think about it. Like, I should remember if I tore off this end, I would have the whole envelope and it would all be pretty and everything would be good, and you would think I would, you know, remember that. but I just don't. I never ever think about it when I'm opening the mail. I'm just like, rip the mail. Just doesn't make any difference to me, I don't think. So, okay. All right, so the next thing is I am going to take this to my sewing machine, and I'm just going to sew right around here on 3 sides, and then we'll cut open the top and we'll trim off around the edges, and we can fill it. So I'll be right back after I get that done. Okay, I'm back. I have stitched it twice. I didn't do a very good job getting it straight, but not a great seamstress. So I did stitch it closed on this side because it was such a gaping kind of mess over here. So we're going to cut it open across the top. So I do want to, let's see if I cut off kind of from the back here where we can see maybe. So that, I'm trying to see about how much, about that much. Just trying to kind of make it even here. And then I sort of tried to round the corners a little bit while I was stitching, because the plastic on the other side is rounded. So okay, so that would make a cute little pocket. I have lots of envelopes. Stop. All right, and so then of course it's sealed across the top here, so we just want to cut that open. Let's see, because after we get the shaker stuff in there, I'll go back and sew across here too. So that's gonna be cute. Look how cute. Okay, so I don't know. Now I feel like maybe, I wonder if I should have like bowed it a little bit so there was a little more space to put stuff in. All right, so I have 3 kinds of glitter, or 3 colors. I have like this dark green. It's kind of long. This is kind of long pieces, and these are both like ultra fine, kind of neon. I have some little beads. There's some little round ones in here, and some kind of little bugle beads in shades of green, and I have sequins in just kind of multicolored, a little pack. So let's see, I want to start, I think, with some of the beads. I don't really know how much to put in. I do know it said not to be careful to put too much stuff, but you know, because then it covers up, I guess if you put too much stuff, it covers up what you have. So maybe that's too much because it's big. I don't know. Okay. Maybe just a little bit, right? Don't want to overdo it. You know me and sparkles. Too much is never enough. So, ooh, I wonder if we should put some sparkly stuff on the outside. Might make it hard to paper clip it in. Let's put a few sequins. And what do we think? What do we think? Maybe, I'm thinking maybe this dark green instead of, although I don't know, the pink might be pretty. Don't want to do too much of the glitter. Although I don't know, the glitter's kind of pretty. Maybe a little pink glitter just to give it a little, because since there's pink on the flowers out around it. Okay, I'm trying to get this closed. All right, so let's see. Well, you can still read it. I guess as long as you can still read it. And it's a shaker card. Trying to get it so that it's not stuck everywhere here. Is that how it's supposed to look? Did I put too much in it? What do you think? Well, I think because you can tap it down. Okay, you know what? I am going to sew it closed, and then we'll decide whether or not we want to put some bling on it. Okay, so here it is. I do want to try to round the corners up just a little since I had rounded the ones on the bottom part here. I'm just going to eyeball that. I guess I don't have to. I know lots of people leave those threads hanging, but they kind of annoy me. And I didn't get that very straight, did I? There we go. And I do feel like since I double sewed it, it's okay to cut through it a little bit there. So, all right. I have to say, I do think it's cute. I'm not sure I like the multicolored sequins as much, but the idea of it is super cute. And I think it kind of depended on what was in there maybe. So maybe it's the, maybe it's the green glitter because the glitter is sticking to this. I wonder if I had just put the sequins and the beads and not the glitter, would I like it better? All right, so maybe next time I'll try it without glitter. We'll just try some beads and sequins and see how that works. All right, so this is the page that I had previously done. And my thought was I would just come in and clip this in. And I have this cute little pink paper clip here. Okay, so I have to say I do think it's kind of cute. I like how these colors go with this, and it's all kind of pink and green, and it's, even though it's fall now, it's very springy. So okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope maybe you'll give the shaker card a try. I haven't done one before, so this is kind of my first attempt. So we'll learn together. Please hit like if you found any value in this. I would invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to those of you who have. I really appreciate your support, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Remember, in the meantime, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.